Okay, so here's hoping we can actually beat this game right now, because, surprise, surprise, there's a new boss, and her name is somebody that we have just finished playing a game about. Hello, Reimu. Glad you decided to come back with some action involving another Touhou game. I actually don't think you can harm her while she's under the barrier, but whatever. And, of course, I'm gonna die. Why not? I wouldn't mind so much if the game didn't burn me out so much trying to get there. Honestly, don't expect a full LP of this. But, yeah. I just need something to upload for no reason. So, we're going to upload the original game, and you can understand that the physics in this are kind of weird compared to the sequel, and the mechanics are a lot more different. I gotta say, as far as mechanics go and like physics and stuff, this is a lot more reminiscent of the first Mario game. But I suppose that's kind of what they were going for here after all. But for some reason there's no background. I don't know if that's like a version thing or not, but whatever. In this game you have head proportions instead of just having flat out power-ups. And yeah, you've probably seen this game before, I'm sure. I don't really need to explain it really, but whatever. Basically, I can make it to Reimu in New Super Marisa Land, but of course there are the issues that Reimu has a pattern that I have recently figured out, but it's just the game burns you out, as I said previously in the last clip you saw. Anyways, this is just going to be a random... well, that went well. A random video with no real execution or solution or ending, really. Whoops, didn't want it to go that way. The way the mushroom acts kind of also reminds me of Mario 3 to some extent, but not quite. As you can see, this game is a lot less detailed than New Super Marisa Land, but I guess that's to be expected, as most sequels tend to improve on the... at least the part of the subject matter. I mean, usually people always talk about how sequels have worse stories, but, I don't know. As you can see, things happen. We can try next stage, I suppose, but, I don't know. It's not like I'm really trying here. You don't get to keep your proportions from the last stage, because that's just how this game works, I guess. I don't know. This game is kind of strange in comparison. I mean, it's... well, for one, it actually recognizes my gamepad, unlike the other one. Which is kind of strange. Gee, I wonder how many times I can say kind of strange. But, for the most part, this is just... it's just Super Marisa Land. I mean, what can you really say about it? Now, in this game, when you beat it, you actually unlock the ability to play as Alice, which makes the game a hell of a lot harder because she only gets to stay small, mushrooms, and everything else will kill her. So, don't know why the Fuzzy Brigade was going down that hole. That sounds like a euphemism, I better stop. Anyways, I've just been looking for more stuff to play, but I don't know what to do. I've been looking at some indie games or whatever, since that's generally what I tend to do on my channel. But, I don't know, I can't really find anything that's grabbed my interest yet. I gotta kinda try some stuff out. I don't know, I don't really want to do any more Touhou things, just because I feel like there's an oversaturation of it, especially with the whole Komajo Densetsu thing and the whole extra thing. Now, I've played through most of the extra part of Komajo Densetsu, but, the final boss is giving me issues in the fact that, it actually requires some skills that would be appropriate for if you were actually playing a Touhou project released by the man himself, Zune, which, yeah. I love shmups and everything, but I'm just terrible at them, as we have seen in my gun deadline video that I made for an update video. I don't know, there's just something about Japanese indie games, I don't know what it is, but I just like them more sometimes. It just depends on like what the... most Japanese indie games just tend to take things to a different level, I guess. I mean, and I don't know how to explain it. There's just something different about the whole quality of it, I guess. But, I mean, it's not like any other country's indie games are bad, because obviously we have a bunch of different indie developers, and I don't know. So there are a bunch of fuzzy people around. There are trees in the background. Not really. They're actually stalactites and stalagmites. Basic cave knowledge will tell you that much, at least. And by basic cave knowledge, I obviously do not mean cave story, but I don't know. I would be open to suggestions if there actually was an ability to do so, since my channel is kind of tiny and a lot of people don't tend to comment too often. I mean, I'm thankful for the comments I do get, and I don't really need comments. It's not that big of a deal if I get any or not. But, basically I just want to have suggestions, but for the most part I feel like I want to be suggesting games that have been played by 10,000 people at least a million times, because, you know, the majority of the time people start recommending games, they're always like, oh, play Cave Story, and it's like, yeah, I totally haven't played that one before a million times, and it totally hasn't been Let's Played before. No offense to the people who have Let's Played it, mind you, but, it's just one of those games that's completely and utterly overdone. And, to be honest, that's not really a good thing, but I don't know. Different people have different ambitions, and different people have different thoughts and opinions and beliefs. And I was also thinking about doing a Portal 2 video eventually, like with another map series, or just a map or two from the community that have been making maps. I've seen some kind of interesting looking ones that I've been wanting to play through, but I don't know, I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Whoops. And of all times to die, I die, right? Randomly out of nowhere. I mean, I was doing so well for the moment there, but whatever. I've also been considering doing another Mario ROM hack, but I'm kind of working on my own at the moment. If you know what I mean by that, and by that I mean that the people at Super Mario World Central have been doing another vanilla contest, which the deadline is coming up quite soon, so if I'm going to be entering into it, I better finish up my level, which I've been working on. It's just I'm trying to get a feel for level design. I did the last contest as well, which was the 9th door contest. Hey, what if Bowser's Final Castle had a 9th door and you could design it? And people completely didn't seem to understand the subject matter, because people were just submitting like full-on custom levels and not trying to abide to the rules. I mean, I understand that my level was lacking a lot of focus, but my theme was things that fall, and it's a very vague theme, I guess you could say, because all the Bowser doors, as you may know, have their own theme, and there was ones that had the charging chucks everywhere, and then there were ones that had climbing Koopa gates, Potobo rooms, and other stuff, but for the most part, people just made random levels, and the levels that got first and second place were pretty cool. I mean, they didn't restrict any ASM or anything, but one of the things that's kind of holding a lot of people back from designing for this one, I guess, is the fact that, in this new one you can't do custom music, which, not really a big problem, considering it is a vanilla contest, but they generally liked to, they generally like to give the judges less of a headache by letting them do the, oh hey, this game has midpoints. Man, this game recognizes my gamepad, which is an Xbox 360 controller, and it has midpoints, and it has the, I don't know what, but yeah, I mean, you think about the sequel, and you're just like, wow, this sequel has a lot of stuff that it's lacking. I mean, I know this game has its problems, but for the most part, I've got to say that New Super Marisa Land could have taken some hints from this one. More so from the fact that, more than, God, what am I even trying to say here? Yeah, Marisa can moon jump backwards, I guess, that's funny. But, I don't know why I have the tendency to fall in holes in this game, but It's not like it's that important. If by some random reason I get possessed to want to do more of this game, I will definitely do a full LP of it. But for the most part, I'm trying to alienate myself from Touhou stuff since, as I've already explained previously. But I've been looking into some different venues. I want to do some new stuff, but I don't want to do anything that's like... I don't know. I want to do either ROM hacks or otherwise, but they're so far and few between that aren't Mario related that are actually finished. And the other ones are questionable in quality, but anyways, this video is getting kind of long, and oh hey, background. But take a drink. How I Met Your Mother reference there if you didn't know that already, but I don't know, as I've already said, references tend to be dumb because unless you get them, they don't make any sense. But yeah, here we go. This is just another level, and I don't ever think I actually played this far because the game never kept my interest for that long. But I have now found the appreciation for what it is, I guess you could say. I mean, I don't know, there's just something about Japanese indie games, doujin games as they tend to call them in Japanese, because for whatever reason, when you're an American and you happen to be talking about Japanese stuff, you're not allowed to use any English words. I don't know. I guess I could speak in Spanish very badly, but for the most part, I guess this has been this video, and it's more or less been, yeah, there's stuff to be done in those games that I have technically completed, but they're just kind of being annoying. Also, the only thing I don't like about this game aesthetically is just the style of art for the proportions, and some of the poses for Marisa herself look kind of off, and that fish is hungry, as it just took a bite of me. But that's it for this video, I guess. When I get to the end of the stage, I'm definitely going to be speeding up some stuff and editing some stuff out. Well, not really out, because there's not really much to edit out, just me dying stupidly and having to go through parts that I've already completed. Anyways, I will eventually get another game going. I've had my eye on a few games on MUDB, but we'll see, I guess. Anyways, catch you guys later.